Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's Wanda. I hope y'all are having a blessed day today. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus. Always on my side and he always provides. So what did he provide today? I have some garlic that I already peeled and cut some garlic. And I have this, it's like a pork chop, but it's a whole pork chop loin. And I don't think I remember ever cooking anything like this. I mean, like in this form, I've done pork chops and pork chops, but my thoughts is that I'm just gonna season it and I'm gonna put it in a pan with aluminum foil and I'm gonna put it in the oven. I think that's the only thing that I can do to it really, because it looks like kind of like ribbed, like rib cage. See, but it's a pork chop. It's a nice pork chop piece there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little oil. This is how I prepare my garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to there, a little bit more. All right, and then I want to blend that. I always do this, and then when I finish with it, I just put it in the ice box. And when I need it, I just grab a little bit at a time. So I'm just gonna okay. And if you don't get small pieces, it's probably because you need a little bit more oil. So I'm gonna add, let me get my little spatula so that I can push it down a little bit. Okay, so, oh, it came out. All right, so I got this little spatula. I'm just gonna push it down, some like that. I don't wanna use all the olive oil on this. All right, that's good. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil and I'm gonna grab another oil. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more because I want it to be like a nice, thick, I want it to be like a little nice, a thick puree, you can say. Okay, so let's see if it works this time. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, so that's the consistency that I want right here. Okay, that's the consistency. It looks like a puree. See? So just like that. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to grab myself a little bowl right here. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to grab a little bowl and I'm just going to add some of that garlic right there, like that. I can move this away for later. I would clean that up. I still have more garlic to chop up. I didn't do it all, but I still have more that I'm gonna grate later. But for now, I'll just put that in the side. And I have my garlic here, and I need a sazon. And I'll get my salt and pepper. So I'll put one sazon. And I also have some rosemary, some parsley, rosemary, parsley, a little bit of the vanilla. I'm looking for some sage. Yeah, that'll do it too. Okay, so I have these ingredients right here. So I'll tell you while I add them. I'm adding a little bit of sage, like about half a teaspoon. I'm gonna add some pepper. Let's add some pepper. A little more pepper. And the salt, like I said, I have to eyeball to make sure it doesn't pour out too much. I'm just gonna add a little bit on here just in case. All right, I think that's good. Salt, pepper, sage. And I have the butter and garlic. I like to use this one. It has a lot of good herbs, tasty herbs in here, and extra little pieces of garlic. I have a little parsley flakes. So let's get some green parsley in there. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to add some rosemary in there. Okay, I think that's good. And I'm definitely going to need a little bit of more oil just so I could rub it in really well. I think that's good. I'm going to get my aluminum foil. Hold on 1 second. My box broke, but it's okay. I know how to do this. Just gonna grab a piece like this, and I'm gonna grab another piece like that, and I'm gonna put it right in this pan so I can pop it right in the oven. But first, I want to wrap it up really good. I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna cook it kind of like it's a pernil. So I'm gonna do probably an hour and 30 minutes. Or I'll do an hour at 400. No, I'll do an hour at 30 minutes. What am I saying? I'll do an hour, a half an hour on 400, and then I'll lower it down to 375 and cook it for an hour more, like that at a lower temperature. Okay, so let me add my sazon. Let me just push this back here. My son suggested that we can do this, so I want to do this. It's been sitting in my ice box a while, and I've been working around it, but now is the time. So I'm just going to wash my hands real quick because I have to rub all this in. Okay, so look, see that? I made a nice little rub right there. Very nice rub. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side for now. I'm going to wash my hands. I washed the meat already. Okay, wash my hands, but I'm not going to use any soap. I didn't use any, I used soap. I'm not going to use any, okay, Wanda, SOS. Okay, I'm not going to use any rag because I don't want any fuzz balls or little things from the napkin, but I'm just going to take this napkin over here. So I have my pan here, as you could see. I'll put it over here. Is that my oven is already preheating and it's hot, but that's okay. I just wanted you to see. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to give a nice little rub. Probably should have started from the back. I don't know whether to put this on its side or put it up. I think I'll place it up. I think it'll be okay. And I could take this side and I'm going to marinate some on this side too. And on the sides. Remember, this has, this is like one whole piece, and I'm sure that it's not going to get any seasonings inside. I wouldn't know how to marinate it unless I cut it and make little holes in it. All right, you know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that because I'm thinking, how is it going to get any flavor in there? So I'm just going to grab my knife and make some little holes right there. Wherever I could put a little hole, I'm going to do it because I don't know how it's going to get flavor in there. Okay. Like I said, you see guys, I'm treating this like a pernil. This is how you do for a pernil. It's okay, you can see right there. So then I'm going to put them in the little holes where they could go in. Get that seasoning in there. That's a nice big one. So that's what I'm doing. Just putting seasonings in the holes. So that way maybe it'll drip down. You get the concept, right? All right, so I think I got them in the holes pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it, but I'm going to flip it in here because I don't want to lose my flavors. I think I'm going to cook it down just like this. So I think I'm going to do the same concept a little bit just so it can have flavor. I don't think it's working this way. Okay, even though I'm not probably going to cut the pork chops like this, but at least I could slice it up really nice where I could put some seasonings inside the crevices. Okay, this is a struggle. Okay, if this knife was sharper, it probably would have done the job. So let me just put that down, and this is what I have left. So I'm just going to put it on top, and then I'm going to go in between and push them in. So I can have flavor all inside. As far as I could go, as far as it'll let me, but if I could get garlic in them, very good. It's a nice piece. Very good. Okay, so that's it. It has some seasonings on it. I could throw a little bit extra, but let's not overwhelm this beautiful piece of pork here. I think that's good. It got inside as best as it could get. And let me wash my hands so then I can tighten this up like a little Christmas package. Nobody thought the soap's dispenser. Okay. Alright, so now that it's sealed really nicely, what was I gonna get? My salt. I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit of salt here. Just a little bit. And a little bit of pepper. Okay, so that's good. So now I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna wrap it up like that. Like that. I think that's a nice sealed package right there. Everything is nice and sealed. I pressed it against it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in my oven. Okay, so I'm gonna put this up in the oven for 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna reduce the heat to like maybe 390 or 385, and I'm gonna let it cook for another hour. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm gonna put this in and we'll see what it looks like in about an hour and a half. Okay, so I'll be back in an hour and a half. Bye. One. Okay, is it going now? Let's see. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm back. The pork has been in there for about 1 hour. So I'm saying in another half an hour, it should be getting close to done. I'm thinking because I'm thinking like a pernil. Pernil would probably take 2 to 3 hours, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. Like I said, I haven't done it before, but leave it in the oven still. It's been there for an hour almost, okay? About another 10 minutes and it'll be there an hour. So I have some sofrito here. My green gold. I have the green gold right here. And what I want to add to this is I'm going to make some rice with salchichas and corn. Okay. So I have Vienna sausages. I have like maybe 4 cans of the little ones. And then I have the Armour ones, and they're already sliced up, but they look so little. So I decided to open up a few cans, 2 more cans. They look like that. I'm saving the broth from the Vienna sausages because I like it. I dumped the broth from this one. I have my can of corn here, and I have 2 little packages of the Spam that I'm going to chop up into tiny little pieces, and I'm going to cut these like into 3 pieces. So right now I'm just waiting for that to cook a little bit, because you know the drill. I'm going to leave it just like that, and I'm going to open these 2 packages and I'm going to cook them real quick. Even though you didn't have to do that, because they open very nicely and they slide out very nicely. So just grab one. This one didn't open too good because it didn't come out nicely like I expected. I told it to be nice. Okay, let's see now. It's still not doing it. That's okay. You know what? You're all the way pushed up to the top, so I'm just going to put you right here. So there we go. I'm going to slide this one out and throw this away. I'll throw this can away. Okay, so let me grab my salt and pepper. All right, I'm going to put a little salt in here. Oh, that was too much. I forgot who I'm dealing with, Mr. Big Holes. All right, so let's get some pepper in there and a little bit more salt. Okay, there. That's good. Some salt and pepper in there, and let me also get a couple of olives for the rice. I'll put the ones with the pits. I don't mind. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of olives in there and a little bit of juice. That should be enough to give a taste. So let me get my knife. Where's my knife? Okay. So what I want to do to these little things, I hope you could see. I'll stand over here. I have the Spam, and what I want to do is get tiny little cubes. I think you've seen me do this before. I want real tiny little cubes because us Puerto Ricans like to put some ham in our rice, and this is the closest thing to ham right now that I have, so we're going to do it like that. What I'm making is a whole bunch of little slices like that, and then I'm going to turn it around and make a whole bunch of little squares. Little tiny squares, and I'm going to put them right in there. Just like so. Okay, so, I got you before you fell. I was falling on the floor. Okay, so this is my ham. I'm putting it right in there. And then, like I said, I'm going to take these salchichas. I got this cute little Mickey Mouse hands. I love it. It's so cute. Because my mom said, you're always burning yourself when you're touching things. I said, okay, Mom. And she said, get these. Look how cute. They stay like that. They won't open until you push this down. And then they open. If you want to close it, you pull it up. So handy. So let's grab some salchichas from there. And I'm just going to cut these like rough into like three pieces or so. So, see, Mom? You didn't want me to touch it and it rolled up. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Listen, my family doesn't care if I touch it. Okay, they won't even care if I put my foot in it. But if I'm doing it for somebody else, well, or maybe I'll put gloves on for that person. Okay, so I got those in there, and these are already cut, so I'm just going to throw them in there. I have my spoon, and I also have to add some tomato sauce to this, okay? So I'm going to get that in a few minutes, and while I do that, this could stay stir frying. I can add these in there, and I'm going to grab these little sausages, these little Vienna sausages right there. See, Mama was right. You could grab things. You don't get burned. Well, this is not getting burned. Oh, sure grabbed a lot. Look at that. You grabbed a lot of them, so. Alright. I'm just going to line them up. And yes, I'm touching. My hands are constantly clean. So I'm okay. I don't have to justify nobody did my food. I'm kidding. Alright, so there we go. We got those 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there we go. We're done. Now, put these in there. Let me rinse my board. Swirl. It's looking mighty good, smelling really nice. Now, originally, I was going to use an eggplant, but when I opened it, it was all like brown. It looked real mushy, so I decided not to use it. But in the picture that I had posted before, it shows an eggplant. It just didn't make it. It was nasty looking. I didn't want to deal with it. So I just got rid of it. I didn't even want to cut the sides because all around it was mushy and then the inside was white. I said, no, it's not for me. Alright, let me get my sauce on. Oh no, where's my sauce on? Somebody did my sauce on from me. Oh no, I know I had it yesterday. Let me find it. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, I found my sazon. I found it. I dropped it. It was on the floor by the cabinet. So here's my sazon. And I'm also gonna use a little bit of my garlic that I chopped up before, that I still didn't chop the rest up, but just wanted to add another tablespoon to that. I want this rice to taste really good. Add a little oil if it falls. Alright, so we got all the ingredients in here. Very nice. So now what I want to do, I have my tomato sauce and I have my corn and I have the water. These two things I'm going to put in before I put the rice in. Right now, I want this to cook up with the sauce because the Vienna sausages, the Spam, and a little bit of sofrito would give a really good taste to the rice. So what I want to do is I'm going to use half a can. This is what, 15 ounces? So I'm using half. Okay. Let's get half this can. Okay, that's about half a can here. That's good. That's all I need. So now we're just going to let this come to a boil again. You know, like a good stir fry. What I want to do is I want to cook that tomato sauce now. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking that tomato sauce. So I don't need the knife, I don't need the scissor, and the handy little hands. It's so cute. So, can hang it up. I love that. I think it's so cute. I'm going to wash it because it was touching the sausages. Okay, I'm just putting away the scissor. Let me rinse my knife. Okay, I rinsed my knife. I'm going to need that later. So this is cooking up nice. See? I'm not going to put anything in until all the sauce cooks. Alright? It smells so good. So what did I put in here? I just put salt, pepper, and sazon. Right? That's all I put in here? Yep, that's all it needs. Salt, pepper, sazon. Usually some people put vinegar, but you know, besides the sofrito and the extra little garlic that I put in there. But other than that, this is what's going to give the rice a flavor, and the corn. It's going to be really good. So this just only takes like a minute or two to cook because everything is nice and hot. After it finishes cooking, I'm going to throw in after this is cooked, I'll throw in my rice so I could get all that goodness color. And then after the rice, I'll throw in the corn. I didn't throw out the water, so I want my rice to taste a little sweet. And I saved a small can of Vienna juice so they could cook my rice up with. Alright, you see? This is cooking really good. I can see the sauce is not watery. It's getting nice and thick. So since you see it getting thick, that means it's already cooked. I have 4 cups of rice here. You might say she cooks a lot of food, but everybody likes leftovers. Next day they have it for lunch, so there's not a problem with it. They eat it for lunch. So I'm happy about that. No food goes to waste. So when you see me cook a lot, you say there's going to be a lot of leftover. Yes, for tomorrow's lunch. And it's good like that. You don't have to come up with another meal. The meal is already made. Alright, so my sauce is done. I don't see any liquid in there. You could see there's no liquid at all. You don't even see sauce. So that's my cue. And I'm going to put my rice in there. And my hands are clean, okay? I'm not going to keep justifying it. I'm just going to put my hands in it. You know why? Because it's not a problem. No, you know it's no big deal. My hands are always clean. Constantly washing them. So, here we go. Let's mix this up. Trying to get all this rice nice and colored. Give it some nice color right there. You could smell it. I like to do it like that because automatically the rice starts like getting this little toasty effect, and you can actually smell the rice like if it was to be frying or something, but it's not. But all of a sudden you get all those aromas there. Very nice. And like I said, this is a you know what I was looking for? Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm looking for, I was thinking about it, not looking, I haven't looked yet, but I don't know if I threw out my banana leaves, because the banana leaves give the rice such a good flavor if you put them on top while it's cooking. So let me see if I left them or I got rid of them, because I can't remember. I was so tired yesterday. I think I might have thrown them out. If I didn't throw them out, did I freeze them? Alright. I can't remember. I don't know. Let me check this freezer really quick and see if I might have put them in there. Hold on. Nope. Alright, so it's not getting any leaves because I cannot find it. So I'm going to throw this in now. And that's the water from that's the broth from the salchichas. Okay, so that went in. And now I'm going to throw in the can with the corn. This is like a Spanish Tex-Mex rice. Okay, this is looking really nice. I'm going to go get like 1 can of water. I think 1 can of water should do it. So I'm going to get 1 can of water and I'm going to add it right to this. I think 1 can should be enough water. I'm just going to mix it around. It's been cooking already, so. It's looking very nice. Okay. You want it to be soft. Like when you move it around, it doesn't give you a fight. Maybe a little resistance, but not a fight. That's how you know. Some people just say if you see water on the top, it's good enough. But I'm just going to add a little more. Just a little more. I'm almost done with the can, okay? So if you wanted to do the proper measurements that I'm doing. So this can is almost done. There's nothing in there. That's it. I added 1 can of water. Okay, so now you know. 4 cups of rice, the liquid from both those things that I did, and that's enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it come to a full boil. When I see that it comes to a full boil, then I'm going to reduce the heat and cover it with a little piece of foil so it could leave the moisture inside, and then it'll be ready like in 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm not touching it till it reaches 1 hour and 15 minutes because that's like cooking up in me. All right, you see, it's already starting to percolate. That's good. Just want to mix it because I don't want the middle part to burn. But yeah, this just needs like a few more minutes. 2 more minutes. You know what? I'll come back when it's time to boil. All right, I'll be back when I see this boiling because it's taking a sweet time. I'll be back. Okay, so do you see how it's come to a full boil now? This is your indication of it's a good time to lower it and cover it. I just got to reach for my aluminum foil. Just 1 minute. Hold on. Let me get my foil so I can measure out a piece. I think that should do it. That's a good cover right there. So I don't want it to completely be dry because the steam will finish cooking the rice, but I do want the rice to be nice and dry a little bit. So when I cover it, All right. I think that's good. A lot of people like to take their rice and they pile it like this, but you know what? I think this cooks evenly when you do it this way. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, nice and flat. And it's time to cover it and lower the flame. So I'm gonna cover it. Oops, get back in there. Okay, I'm gonna try this way. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna lower it to medium, like a medium low, because you're not gonna pay no attention to this. You're gonna just let this rice cook, and you're not gonna mix it. All right, let's not mix it. I'm gonna leave it right here to cook at medium low heat. Okay, for about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and check it. Okay, but we gotta wait 15 minutes. I'll be back. Hi everybody. I didn't check out the rice yet because my daughter rang the bell and asked me to come downstairs. She works in a doctor's office, and it's just for pediatricians, for children, right? So it's all Jewish clientele there. So they always give her little stuff. So she said, "Mommy, come down and get something." So she got me 2 challah bread. Look how nice the little bun. That is so cool. I love this challah bread. I'm gonna have some with cream cheese. And then she gave me this. My favorite. Guys, this is my favorite. Wait, let me put my challah bread in there for later. Thank you, Amy. I love you. Look, I love this. I'm not sure what do you call it, krugela or krugel. It's more like a cake. And I'm gonna take a piece out just so you can see. It's like a swirl cake, like that. So good. I'm gonna pause the video because someone's coming in and they're gonna be very loud. But I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, someone came to my door. I had to answer it, but this cake is so good. I think it's called Krugel, and it's a pastry, and it's like wrapped in dough and wrapped in chocolate. Look at all the chocolate. This is good, but I'm not eating it now. It looks beautiful. It's so heavy, but it's not dense. It's just, so happy. And the bread too. These little challah breads. Let me show you one. I got 2 of them. Look how cute. Little challah bread. They bake them in these little molds individually. So cute. I might have tuna fish. I'll show you what I made, but alright. I'm gonna leave this yummy goodness for later. And I'm gonna put this right here for now by the Christmas tree. Alright, so it's time to check this rice. Or let me check. I'm gonna put this rice right back here a second. I'm gonna turn the stove on because I'm not sure if it's ready, but all right, let me check it first. I wanted to check the meat first, but let's check the rice. Ooh, hot stuff. Ooh, ooh. I haven't opened it once, not once, and look. That's what it looks like. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Look. This is delicious. Tomorrow I don't have to cook. I don't even think I have to make more meat because they're so, look at this rice, it's so fluffy. So fluffy, guys. Looks so delicious. And you know what? This rice is ready. So now I could put it to the back. That looks so good. I'm so tempted. No, I could wait. Let's wait until the meat is ready. Let's check it out. I don't know how long it's gonna need, but since this rice is ready already, I'm just gonna push it to the back And I'm gonna turn the stove off, and let me get my pot holders so we could see what this looks like, because I am very hungry. I would have attacked that Kruger cake. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. It smells good. You can smell all the garlic, all the herbs. It opened up a little. Look at that. Oof. That looks really good. And it got some juices going on in there. But I'm not sure if it's ready, if an hour was enough. Oh, it's caliente. Mom, I cannot use the hand thingies for this. But I just want to like roll it in a little bit. Okay, like that. Because, I mean, I just took this baby out the oven. Now, I don't know if I should leave it in there any longer. I'm just trying to curl it up. Look how beautiful that looks. I am so tempted, like, to check it. You know what? I'm going to check it. Let me get my little fork. Let me get my little fork. And then I'm going to check it. If I could find it. You know, I have this little pitchfork. And I can't find it. I'm sorry, I'm so lost in my own kitchen. I'm just going to grab a regular fork, okay? Because I can't find the other one. See where I split it? I just want to see what it looks like in the middle and see if it's cooked. Now, it's tough, I'll tell you that. It's very tough. But look. It looks good. I don't know if I should leave it like this because there's nothing red in it and it's just like tough a little. Not too much, just a little bit. So I don't know if I should cook it for a little longer. Well, look, it said taste me. Well, the flavor tastes good. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Cause wait, let me check over here. Yeah, you know what? There's no juices coming out of here. So let me see something. Where's my little fork? So I can pick it up with. Of course you're hiding. I found it. I found it. I was hiding. This is my old little reliable that I've used for many years. Let's see. Look at that, guys. That looks nice, right? I don't know if I should leave it so it could get a darker color, but I don't know if the more you leave it, look at that. I think it should be good like this. It came out nice, but something tells me that it probably needs a little bit more. I think the only way I can really be sure if I cut it right here and see if it's pink on the inside. Yeah, kind of a little pink. I don't know if that's a good pink. I don't know if it's a good pink or a bad pink. A bad pink meaning that there's still blood and juices in there maybe. I'm not sure, but I really don't want to take a chance. It's a beautiful piece. I wanted to leave it like that, but I'm going to put it back in uncovered for a few minutes and see if it gets a little color, and then we'll come back. And this piece right here for the cook. It tastes done. I'm so confused, but you know what? I'm just going to put it back in the oven. The oven is on. I'm going to put it in for 15 minutes more, okay, to see what it looks like then. All right, so I'm going to eat that piece, but I'll be back in 10 minutes. You know, my rice is ready. It's covered. It's on a nice hot stove, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'll serve as soon as I come back. And I also have this little avocado here. I wanted to see if it was good. I'm going to cut it open. I hope it's still good. Let's see. Magic. I don't know. Maybe if we cut off some of the bad part, the bruised part. We'll see if I work some magic and take off some good pieces and put them next to the rice. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Hey everybody, I'm back now, and that has been in the oven for 15 minutes, and I'm gonna take it out. I put a little bit of oil, a little garlic, a little parsley, and a little bit of salt and pepper, just because I'm afraid that the inside didn't really get any flavors. So I'm just gonna brush some flavors on it. I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil, and then I'm taking it out of the oven. Okay. All right, so there we go. See, just a little mixture there to brush it on. All right, so I'm gonna put that to the side. This is what I was able to get out of the avocado. It doesn't look too pretty, but I was able to salvage it. Okay, so let's get the meat out. Let's get the meat out. I'm gonna shut this off because it's been like 15 minutes, and I think it's safe now. You see, it got nice and crispy. You can see the coloring right here. Oh no, I dropped it by accident. Shh. Yes, mommy, it was hot. All right, so where's my fork again? So, you know, this one's already done, and it looks good. I'm just gonna put it right here on the side, and then that is really juicy. You know, not for nothing, but this is really, really juicy. The broth. It let out a lot of broth, if you could see it. I just wanna, you know what, I could just take the broth. Okay, so let me just take this right here. Okay, and like I said, see that broth? I'm just putting it in the broth. I think it really needs it. That looks good. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in the broth, but for now, this is what's going on. It came out really nice. It looks like that, and I already have one done. I'm gonna cut the other ones according to the bones. So all I do now is I'm gonna get a plate. I got a little plate right here. I can't find my big plate. Where's my big plate? Hold on 1 second. Let me get my plate. I'm coming, guys. Just give me 1 second. And then I can serve some of this delicious food. All right. So, I got my plate. Okay? So, let's serve some of this deliciousness. That looks really nice. And you see all the gravy on the bottom. All right. So, my rice is ready. You know that. And it's very piping hot. So I'm gonna grab a couple little spoons from here, and let's get that rice on the plate. It smells delicious, guys. Okay, trust me. So I have some rice here, and I'm gonna grab some of this avocado, and I'm also gonna put it on the plate. Let me grab my little fork. There, because we can't let it go to waste. And I think I would cut one more piece just so it could look nice. And I'm going to cut it right there where the rib end is. So let's go. Oop. It's a little tough, I kid you not. But it's tough and tender at the same time. So I don't know how to explain it. Look at that beautiful pork chop. Beautiful. So what I was thinking is I'll take a little bit of this and just put it on the side that doesn't have anything, because you know that was sitting there. But I was also thinking of taking this piece and just letting it get wet in those juices. You see how juicy it is? So I can just do that. Make sure it has enough juices, and I'll put it there. And there we go. That's my dinner for today. I hope you like this recipe, and I hope you make it, and I hope your family likes it. But if you do like it, let me know you like it, because I can't read your mind. So give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share the videos, and I hope you all have a blessed Friday. Good night. Love you guys for watching. Thank you. Goodbye.